Hi folks, Kevin here. Well, it's August 2nd, 2017, and I just realized it's been about 3.5 weeks. The last update that I did on the garden was July 6th, so I thought we'd take a walk around. Behind me here are some of the fig trees. I've got them all different sizes. Brown turkey figs and Chicago hardy figs. There's some figs being produced. They took a big beating last year along with the banana trees and much of the citrus. But let's go over to the hoop area and see what we've got so far. So on the July 6th video, this is where we started the image out. These are the butternut squash on this side of the hoop tunnel. We hadn't got the kale transplanted yet, but they're in here. I'm sorry. We hadn't actually achieved transplanting the kale plants on July 6th. We got those in the following week, and they're doing pretty well around the perimeter. Here we've got cantaloupe on this side of the hoop structure. We got to get more of the runners up and hooked up on the side. They're doing pretty well so far. And let's go over here. Unfortunately, I've been so busy with some of the construction and maintenance around here that many of the weeds have gotten a bit out of hand. But first, so here in the back side, we got some basil. We've been harvesting that pretty darn well. The spearmint along the block wall there, the dog run, that's been coming along very well as well. And here we have our blue potatoes down in here. Haven't really looked in here in the last couple of days. We have some other herbs in here. Here we've got some of our banana peppers in here. It's just really tightly packed. Oh, there's a darn weed. And let's see if when I tried to salvage the blueberry and the mulberry tree, I took some of the cuttings from it. Chances are these aren't going to survive, but I thought, well, stick them in the soil over here. They get watered regularly, and let's hope that they actually do survive. Get some root mass on them. So the blue potatoes, I didn't get a chance to mulch these up, unfortunately, but that's just how things work. Here, I got to get rid of all these weeds in here. So they're starting to get ready to go to seed. Let's see. Oh, bee balm. Man, that doesn't smell like it. So over here we got echinacea planted over in here. The majorium right over in here. Here we've got some of the lemon mint here. Bees are loving this. The rosemary. Some winter savory in here. Some more weeds. Here we got some more echinacea. Our lettuce is bolting, getting ready to go to seed. We already got the spinach out that was in here last time. Really nice that these strawberry plants have done so well. I'm pleasantly surprised that they've done much better than I even hoped that they would do after the transplant here in I think it was the end of June that we did the transplanting. Here we've got some more basil. I believe this is a basil, one of the Thai basils. Been harvesting the chives as time goes on. The sage has been doing well. That's been getting harvested. Rosemary, I'm not sure if he has been harvesting that or not. The basil, she's been harvesting like crazy. This is the holy red basil. That really has been very flavorful and been doing very well. The eggplants, like they do each year after they get attacked by like a flea beetle, they always tend to rally as the season goes on. Hopefully next year I'll be able to get the insect net over them. But we have the windy days here in the springtime, well, all year long. So eggplants are doing pretty well. They're recovering nicely. We had just gotten these kale transplants in. I still haven't finished the video on doing the seed saving from all the curly kale that we had, but that's been going pretty well. One of my helpers, Namaste. Good girl, good girl. Then some more lemon thyme. There's some honeydew melons started in here. The watermelons are starting to show up down here as well. Really glad we put the weed mats down like we did do. Not sure any of these are going to show up very well, but pretty happy how well the plants are doing. Yes, Namaste. One of my helpers. Now it's easier to remember what this bean here is on this side. This is one of the hummingbirds, the scarlet runner beans. Because you see the beautiful flowers. So please ignore all the weeds you see along in here. Hopefully Theo will be able to get some of these down. I'm going to try and knock off some of the weeds in the other bed. So the scarlet runner beans, I believe they did better last year, but we'll have to see. It looks like they're just bunching up. They need to be trained, and some of them are starting to make their way up this side. Whereas Cherokee Trail of Tears, they always do very well. They take right off and do a fantastic job on the cattle panel tunnel here. So pretty happy with them. Parsley's doing well, been harvesting that. Oh, the coriander over in the rain gutter that we went by, that was harvested. That's in for the seed. And here we have some cabbage, some cauliflower. What else in here? Some broccoli. Broccoli aren't doing quite as well as the other bunches. We'll take a look at those. The Zephyr squash, they're doing well. Bear with me one second here. This one. Some of these nettles get right in the... This one's starting to get a little big. These are absolutely delicious. Even fresh out of the garden, almost a nut-like taste. After listening to Pat Battelle from Living Web Farm, we decided that we'd go ahead and try those this year, and man, what a great decision that was. They've got to be harvested when they're probably 6 to 8 inches long, so this is just getting at the upper side of what's marketable and all, and you could see some more down in there. They're very prolific. They produce lots of these squash. They're absolutely delicious. The kale, I haven't gotten to harvest this yet, getting behind on this. They're really doing beautifully as well. We got some broccoli over here and more of the Zephyr squash. It looked like there was a good sized one down here, unfortunately. Yeah, there's one. Probably save that one to save seed on it down there. It's gotten too big to... It'll have the seeds in it. They really aren't all that good. The celery's doing very well. The Bastan hot peppers are doing great. Very happy so far. The darn cabbage moths. And the carrots have been doing very well. Got to get in here and do some weeding. The oregano, been harvesting that. That's really good. So it's hard to detect just how the leeks have been doing very well despite growing in amongst all of the weeds that are here. Unfortunately, I just haven't had the time to get in here and pull the weeds. Our red onions are absolutely delicious. We've been harvesting those really well. And again, too many weeds. And again, the corn really getting up there again. Here are the Roma tomatoes. We got to get down and get all the leaves off the underside. Thea's been doing that. I say we. Thea's been the one who's been able to do that. Cabbage has been doing pretty well. Got some nice heads started at this point. Cauliflower over here, I'm not sure what's going on while we're getting the brown leaves. I have to get in there and really look them over closely and see just what is going on. The beefsteak tomatoes are looking good despite us not getting in there and pulling off all those lower leaves. We've been harvesting quite a few of the broccoli heads as well, so that's been going great. The thyme needs to be weeded around here, but doing very, very well. More lemon balm. The cucumbers, unfortunately this was one of the areas that we didn't get good compost in the area, but we're getting a few of them. Considering all factors, I'm pretty pleased. Again, these are the beefsteak tomatoes. And the cauliflower, the cabbage heads are coming along nicely. The Roma tomatoes, corn, the red onions, the leeks, and the comfrey's laid down again since the last time, so that's the third set of comfrey coming up along the wall there, doing pretty well. So today I just got in here, and yesterday I went along the wall here. Last time there was a tremendous amount of quack grass growing up in here and various other weeds as well, nettles and all. So I went ahead and flail mowed it yesterday, and yesterday or the day before. And then today I put some fresh compost on the area, just tarped it. We'll see how that goes. The broccoli on this side has been absolutely fantastic. The bell peppers are a little bit slow. We've had such a cool season this year, but they're coming along. These are the, was it Solance? Solance tomatoes. We'll see how they taste. We just had picked our first one. Probably tomorrow we'll have it. It got down on the mat and it looks pretty red today. And our blue sweet potatoes doing extremely well, working their way out around the perimeters. I'm a little bit concerned with many of our more heat-loving varieties. Certainly our sweet potatoes, the days to maturation with these blue heirloom sweet potatoes, they're about 140 days for them to reach absolute maturity, and we have yet to get consistently large ones. And I think it is one of the main reasons is we have such long cool periods here, and then we get an early cool fall, and it really slows down the growth of them. So most people would say just switch to a different one. I'm really committed to getting as much out of the nutrients, the phytonutrients, the anthocyanins in the sweet blue potatoes. But we'll see how things work. Maybe that's something that I'll be putting in low tunnels in the future once I get more beds established and all. So that's the garden update. It's been 3.5 weeks since we did the July 6th one, and I'll probably get the GoPro Karma out and do a little aerial view so you can see what things look like from a different perspective. Well, thanks so much for watching, folks. I really appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up if you think this was interesting. Share it with your friends, and by all means, have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.